I pre-cleaned most of these parts. I wiped them all down. Just wiped them off with cloth. The acetone's going to degreases everything down to bare metal. And should be able to reuse this acetone bath several times before it gets too nasty. Switching to, I should have used this from the beginning. You can see how discolored the solution got. That's mainly from grease that I had in that mainspring housing. But yeah, I probably should have used this to begin with, because now I can cap it, not get lightheaded. Even with the breeze in the fan, fumes are out of control. That's why you gotta do it quick, or be outside. This cheap part rusted on me. I had to use the brass brush to get all the rust off of it. I did that before I soaked it in there. I'm going to try and polish this up, get a smoother trigger action. You can see all the Militec grease that's still on there because I greased it up last time I cleaned it. I'm going to spray this outside because it's nasty shit. Okay, you can see here again the frame and slide are completely bone dry on my Parkerized Rock Island Armory 1911. And you can see there, even though I acetoned and used this product called Powder Blast, it seems like there's a little bit of residual drip, like a solvent front drip line where it evaporated and left residue behind. So what I'm gonna do now, which is kind of annoying, I think it might have some sort of a citrus oil in it because it smells like lemon. But anyways, they say not to use this on may damage polymer and finish on wood, so use this stuff at your own caution. But anyways, I see that it left some residue, so I'm going to go back with a acetone rag and take some of that whatever residue that stuff left. I think in the future I'll use this stuff first and then brush with my acetone toothbrush into the tub. Here are the rest of my parts, bone dry, essentially. So I had some rust, a tiny bit of rust, like right, I don't know if you can see, right along that ridge right there, where the magazine comes up and rubs. I brushed it out with a brass brush and hoppies, and I had to do that. I had to do that quite vigorously for a while to get none of the orange to show. I think some of the parkerization came off, but I'm not really that concerned with that because that's inside, and I wanted all the rust gone. Just a tiny little line right there, and I had a little bit of rust right there and right there, again where the magazine contacts, and probably wore the Militec off of the frame. But after the last time I shot probably like 300 rounds out of it last time I shot it, and I didn't clean it for several months. I was a little bit negligent. But as far as rust, the only major rust I had, besides those tiny little minor patches, was on this aftermarket part. This is a mainspring housing, obviously. I don't remember the brand. I bought it off eBay because I wanted a metal mainspring housing. My Rock Island Armory came with a plastic mainspring housing, but I wanted a metal one. I don't know, metal just felt more sturdy to me. I wanted an all steel gun, and what else can I say? Oh yeah, this metal mainspring housing has a bevel mag well attachment that slides on there and then screws together. Slides on there with that little bevel and then screws together. It's an Allen key. It works pretty well. I kind of like it, but it rusts like a bitch. Probably because your hands are contacting it all the time, and whatever finish they put on it is really cheap. It's almost just like a black paint. I'm not even sure if it's blued, or it looks like it could be blued, but I'm not sure. It's probably blued, but it's done in a very cheap way. There's pitting, and I had to brass brush all of this to get the rust gone. But anyways, I'm gonna Militec all this shit now. I hate hair dryers. They take way too much electricity and they fry my hair. They're bad for your hair, but they're great as a cheap alternative to a heat gun. I think this is $10 at Walmart. Tiny bit of Militec on a soft bristle toothbrush, and just go to town. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way, so I put probably, I don't know, probably less than a milliliter on this toothbrush. And it just does a really good job of coating the surface, especially in a parkerized weapon. It just soaks into that parkerization so well. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to turn this off so I can get the internals a little bit better, or I'll just set you to the side. Bit more so I can drench the inside good. Ooh, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot metal. The smell is kind of like, it's almost like melted crayons. It's kind of a melted crayon smell. Alright. Now the slide cooled down a bit. I'm gonna hit it again with the heat. Oh yeah, toasty. Toasty, toasty. Hot, 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 hot. They say not to go over 160 degrees. I'm not sure what I'm heating it to. I'm heating it to, I could pick it up like a hot potato, but I wouldn't want to stay in the same spot too long. Okay, I'm gonna do all my internals. So I want to do a complete tear down, and I didn't tear this mainspring housing down, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, even though I already cleaned it and Militec'd it. I depressed this plunger to get the Militec down in there, but I think I'm going to try and disassemble this by hand, just to show that it can be done without a vise. Takes a little bit of a steady hand and pressure, and the fact that it's at an angle makes it a little bit more difficult. But I'm gonna have to get started with a hammer, I think. Check it. Check baby, check baby. Alright, so this pin. Ta-da. By hand, no vise. No vise, guys. There's some dirt in there. Didn't get all the way out.